Focus on yourself and let your work speak in 2026. There comes a moment in life when silence becomes your greatest weapon. Not because you have nothing to say, but because your goals are too important to waste energy explaining. This world does not respect words, it respects results. And 2026 must be the year you learn how to let your actions speak louder than your voice. Because you don't need to be heard, you need to become undeniable. Look around. Everyone is posting, announcing, showing off. But the ones truly winning, they're too busy working. They don't chase attention, they build foundations. They don't seek applause, they build empires. They understand a truth most people ignore. Focus is stronger than noise. Success doesn't happen in the spotlight. It happens when nobody's watching. Edison didn't invent the light bulb and ask for permission. Ford didn't build cars hoping for likes. Lincoln didn't become president by chasing approval. Walt Disney didn't build his dream kingdom by seeking validation. These men were misunderstood in the beginning. They were called fools, crazy, unrealistic. But they kept working in silence until the world had no choice but to see their vision. Let that be your mindset this year. Talk less, execute more. Because if you really want to become someone the world remembers, you must pass through a season where nobody understands you. A season when your phone is silent, your inbox is empty, and distractions are removed. A season when your circle shrinks, your habits sharpen, and only discipline remains. That season is not punishment, it is preparation. Every seed must be buried in darkness before it grows into light. And your growth, your real transformation, will begin the moment you embrace silence, not fear it. Stop telling people your next move. They don't need to hear it. Let them see it. Stop explaining your dreams. Show them the results instead. Stop defending your vision. You owe no one an explanation. You owe yourself effort, discipline, and focus. 2026 will reward the ones who are focused, disciplined, and consistent. Not the loud, not the flashy, the focused. Because focus is currency. Silence is strategy. Discipline is freedom. If you learn to master these three, your life will never be the same. People today are addicted to validation. They post everything. They seek likes instead of legacy. They want success without sacrifice. But here's the problem. Success is never available at a discount. If you want a powerful life, you must pay full price. With sweat, with tears, with early mornings and lonely nights. Success requires sacrifices that most people will never make because most people want comfort more than greatness. But comfort never made a king. Comfort never built an empire. Comfort never created a legacy.
Greatness is born from pressure. Strength is forged in discomfort. And real growth happens only when you make a decision that many people avoid. To do the work, even when no one is watching, praising, or supporting you. Ask yourself, am I building my future or am I scrolling it away? Do I control my habits or do my habits control me? Am I really hungry for change or do I just like to talk about it? Because talking changes nothing. Excuses change nothing. Wishes change nothing. But discipline changes everything. Discipline is the dividing line between average and extraordinary, between wishing and achieving, between talking and winning. Look at Chris Bumstead, a living example of discipline turned into destiny. He didn't become champion by announcing his goals. He became champion by living inside them. The weight room was his sanctuary. Pain was his sculptor. Discipline was his oxygen. He didn't get loud about his dreams. He got relentless. He lived a truth that every champion eventually discovers. Success is never loud when it begins. It whispers through your habits before it roars through your results. And that is why silence isn't empty. It's full of energy, full of focus, full of purpose, full of quiet battles that shape your destiny. The world may not see your effort now, but that's okay. Every rep, every step, every prayer, every struggle, it is all silently collecting, waiting to explode into something remarkable. Success always begins the same way, in private, in the moment when it's just you versus doubt, you versus weakness, you versus excuses. And on the day you rise, the world will think it happened suddenly. They will call it luck. They will say it was easy. They will ask, how did you do it?
But you won't need to explain, because your work will speak for you. That is the power of silence. But understand this, silence does not mean stillness. Don't mistake isolation for inactivity. This is the year you move differently. You don't need grand announcements. You need small, consistent wins. You don't need hype. You need habits. You don't need validation. You need vision. Because it's not the loudest who succeed. It's the most disciplined. Discipline is not torture. It is freedom. Freedom from distraction. Freedom from doubt. Freedom from regret. Discipline gives you a powerful gift, the ability to look in the mirror and say, I gave my best today. That is real confidence, built from earned pride, not empty words. When your vision is clear, your decisions become easy. You don't waste time. You don't chase temporary thrills. You don't beg for attention. You follow a path, a solid, intentional path toward the future you want. You develop a rhythm, a sacred routine that protects your mind and builds your spirit. You begin to see life differently. You realize you don't need motivation, you need momentum. You don't wait for the right time, you create it. You don't wish for a better life, you work for it. Stop talking and start transforming. Let the world think you are resting while you are building. Let the world think you are quiet while you are studying. Let the world think you are dreaming while you are training. Because one day, you won't need to announce anything. Your growth will do it for you. And when that day comes, don't boast, don't brag, don't seek revenge. Just smile, stay humble, keep building. Because the journey never ends. The discipline never stops. When you win, win with grace. When you rise, lift others. When you succeed, stay hungry. The world needs fewer talkers and more builders, fewer critics and more creators, fewer distractions and more focused warriors who walk with humility and fight with purpose. Become one of them, not for applause, but for legacy. There will be days of doubt, days of fatigue, days when quitting feels easier than continuing. That's where champions are made. Not when they shine, but when they struggle. When they use failure as fuel and pain as a teacher. When they stand in the middle of the storm and whisper to themselves, I was built for this. In the end, life doesn't reward the loud, it rewards the prepared. Success won't ask if you're ready. You must already be ready. So train your mind, strengthen your body, sharpen your habits. Build your future with every breath, every step, every sunrise. Because one day, your silence will echo across your lifetime. One day, they will see what you built. One day, they will understand why you were quiet. Not because you had nothing to say, but because your work was writing history.